Hey guys, your girl Loz here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Please don't be afraid to click that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video. Now today is another Harry Potter themed DIY. As you can see, I'm wearing my jumper from the last video, and today we are going to be making Polyjuice Potion. Now this was a little bit more tedious than the flu powder, but it was super fun and it looks kind of gross but still really good. Now this is the version of Polyjuice Potion before you add in the DNA of who you want to turn into, so it's like a muddy consistency. So with that being said, let's see what you're going to need to make it. So the first thing you're going to need for this DIY is a glass cork stopped jar or bottle. Now I bought this one online, but you should be able to find something similar at your local craft or cheap shop should you need to. The second thing you're going to need for this DIY is some Epsom salts. Now we used this in our previous flu powder DIY. We're going to be using it again for the Polyjuice Potion. The third thing you'll need for this DIY is something that we're going to mix with our Epsom salts, and it is some white liquid soap. Now this is just the liquid soap that I normally use in the bathroom. It's just the one that I get from my local supermarket, nice and easy and cheap. The next thing you're going to need is some green food colouring and a dropper. Now the food colouring is the same one we used for our flu powder DIY, and I got it just at my local supermarket, nice and easy and cheap. And the dropper I got from my local cheap shop. The next thing you're going to need is some brown food colouring. Now this is browning essence, but it works the same as food colouring, so that's what I'm going to use to mix in with our liquid soap. It's the same as the green food colouring, I just got it at my local supermarket, nice and easy and cheap. The next thing you're going to need for this DIY is your Polyjuice Potion label. Now I found this image on the internet. I will link the picture I used in the description, and I've just put it on some sticker paper and cut it out. The same sticker paper I've been using, just from my local office store. So the last three things you're going to need for this DIY are a funnel, a stirring stick, and a plastic spoon for stirring. All these I just had around the house or got from my local cheap shop. Nice and easy. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our Epsom salts and our food colouring and dropper, because we're going to dye the Epsom salts green. I'm doing this because before you add in the DNA of the person you're going to change into, Polyjuice Potion is described as a muddy substance. So I'm just taking a little bit of food colouring in my dropper and adding in 3 drops. You can always come back and add more if you need to. I am then going to take our spoon and stir in the food colouring. This may take a while, so just be patient and make sure you don't lose any of your Epsom salts. Now it doesn't matter if this is mixed in 100% perfectly because it's going to get mixed in with our soap anyway. And again, just making sure you don't lose any of it. So I think that's good enough. Now all we need is some glitter and we've got our flue powder. So I'm just going to set this off to the side now. And the next thing I'm going to grab is our white soap and our brown food colouring, and once again our dropper. And I'm just going to grab a couple of drops of the brown in my dropper, and I'm going to pop in 1, 2, 3 drops I think. You can always add more later should you need to. So now I'm going to grab our stirring stick and just mix in that brown food colouring into the soap. So looking at this, I think I might actually add in 1 more drop of our brown food colouring. So I'm not going to use the dropper this time. I'm just going to take my food colouring and carefully pour just a little bit in there. So now I'm just going to stir this lot in. So actually I think this equates to about 10 drops in total that I've added. So I'm just going to pop this off to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my jar, uncork it, grab my funnel, and I'm going to pour in my Epsom salts. Now I'm not going to put 100% of this in yet, but leaving about 1/3 in your cup or bowl, so you can add a little more in later should you feel the need to. There we go, that's a little over halfway. So now I'm just going to grab our brown soap and my spoon, and I'm going to spoon in 2 spoonfuls of soap, pop it to the side, and I'm just going to start mixing the soap in with the Epsom salt. And what I think I will do is grab our funnel again and add in the rest of our Epsom salts. Mix that in, but that is looking a little too green. So I'm going to add in even more brown food colouring. So I've got it this far, but I'm still not quite 100% happy. So I'm just going to pop that off to the side. Actually, so what I'm going to do is just grab some more Epsom salts, pour a little bit in, mix it in. So I think that is looking perfect. So what I'm going to do is then just grab our green food colouring once again and add in 1 drop. Mix that in just to add that little bit of green tinge back to it. And there you go. That is actually looking really good. Just might add in just a tiny bit more Epsom salt and just mix that in. So now I'm just going to grab a bit of paper towel and wipe around the edge of the jar to clean it up. And after I've done that, I'm just going to grab our cork, pop that back on the jar so it doesn't go everywhere when we're popping our label on. Grabbing our label, and now I'm going to unback it. This can sometimes take a while depending on the shape of your sticker. So just be patient and you will get there. So now we have our Polyjuice Potion sticker. I'm going to position it where I want it and smooth it out. And there you have it. Our Polyjuice Potion is complete and ready to add the DNA of whoever you want to transform into. Alright guys, that's all we've got time for this DIY today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun making this. If you decide to make this or any of my other DIYs, please don't be afraid to send me a photo on my social media. I would love to see your creations, guys. And as always, please don't be afraid to click that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and follow me on my other social media, which is linked down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week with another DIY. Bye!